You know, I like when they say family.
Because we family. We are.
Welcome to Rebrand.
We love you.
I love y'all.
What's up, Yashika?
Far too many times we try to build ourselves and act how other people want us to act. And so just not, you really are growing when you're not focusing on what other people's visions of you.
Sometimes you got to go to war to get your peace.
But sometimes you don't even know what peace is until after you've been through war. Big old biddies in that video.
The hype is on, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Courtney?
What's up?
What's happening? I'm gonna let the music play for just a second. Let Helen enjoy the moment.
All right, Rebrand soldiers out there.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Rebranders Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Goodson, alongside my co-host. Did I say that right? My host?
Yep.
It'll work. Anyway,
it's in the range.
Look, we have a great show for y'all. Today is the 21st of January?
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting really, really, really close to tax season. So what we need everybody to do is get their ink pen and don't even take notes. Just write down phone numbers at the end of the show. And then we're going to start getting y'all taken care of for 2026. But before we get to my people, please let me get to my co-host first. Let's start. Should I start to my far right or should I start below? Ladies first. Ace, what you think?
Yes, definitely.
You know she's going to talk noise if I don't. What's up, Yashika? How you doing?
I just like to be treated like a lady. And I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't. So when you say ladies first, I want you to take that attitude out your voice. Do that. But I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Right on, lady. And up next, we have another lady. And that lady goes by the name of Honestly Helen. What's up, Helen? How you doing?
Hi. Happy Wednesday. I'm doing good. It was a busy Wednesday. So happy to be in my favorite place on a Wednesday. Right on. Before you get started, we have a very special guest on the Honestly Helen podcast that we want you to tell them about, as well as tell them about the podcast. Tell them how they can get you and tell them who's on. Yeah, so I also have a podcast called Honestly Helen, streaming in most streaming platforms, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, Google, all the things. And the next episode that will be dropping is with the very own Yashika.
All right now.
Oh, it's such a good episode, y'all. It's so good. I can't wait to see it. I gotta edit it.
Love
What's
it.
up, Ace?
Time of my life.
I defer mine to the rest of the ladies. You said ladies first. I don't need to be.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna go to the ladies, but I ain't coming back to you. You're gonna take it now.
Oh, don't say that after you mix me up with the ladies. I can't take it.
On the roll.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing out there?
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have two special guests on the air today. Two people who are geniuses, from what I understand and from what I know, in the tax and financial world. So I would like to definitely introduce you. One of them, by the way, is from my hometown. I'll do her last. Another one you guys already know. She's been on the show many a time. Andrea, what's up? Coming from Austin, Texas.
Hey, Andrea here. Really from Houston. I represent
Coming
Houston.
from Austin. See, you know, everybody. And last but not least, all the way from she's not living in my hometown. Let me correct myself now before she does like everybody else has already. Courtney Burley, what's up, Courtney? How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's such a pleasure to be here.
So welcome, Courtney. Welcome to the show.
We're so glad to have you on the show. Hey, listen, we're gonna have fun on this show, Courtney. We want you to go ahead and talk, enjoy yourself. Cut us off if you want to. Just enjoy having a conversation about taxes. This is obviously something that you thoroughly enjoy. So get in there. You're the expert, you and Andrea. So we want y'all to have fun. We got a game we're going to play a little bit later on. We're going to talk a little bit, no politics, but we're going to show you politics. We got a couple videos we're going to do. It's a great show. I'm really, really excited. We're going to go ahead and jump into this show. And here we go. All right, let's get it started. Andrew, I got one for you later, so don't be trying to,
It is
What
okay.
up, so good evening. Deborah Goodson says, hello, rebranders. K-Hap, what's up, my man?
What's up, everybody?
Is it Zena McMillan? What's up, Zena?
Zena, what's happening now?
Hey, y'all, we got a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about taxes. Y'all be sure to go ahead and share this show. We're going to go ahead and get the party started with a couple questions for the ladies. First of all, I'm going to throw the first one out, and I'll let the rest of the crew throw theirs out. But my first question is, how different is 2026 from filing taxes this year than it was a year ago?
Well, this year we have the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that has come out. So that has definitely come with some changes, and some of those changes include we have $25,000 of tip income now that it can be used as a deduction. Also, something else, we don't have tax on certain car loan interests on new cars. What do you got, Andrea?
So also, if you're 65 and older, you also get an additional deduction. And for businesses, you get another bonus depreciation this year. So there's also, if you have an electric vehicle, you need to look at the rules for that, because a lot of those laws ended, tax laws or a deduction. So there's a lot of things this year that have changed from last year.
Okay, we got a fan question. Question number one is, and then I'll throw it to y'all. What are the biggest mistakes individuals or small businesses make during tax season?
You want to go? I can go.
Yes.
One of the biggest mistakes is that they don't plan during the tax season. So they wait until April 15th to try to do things. And the only thing you can really do on April 15th are to do an IRA. Other than that, you really can't do anything. You should plan throughout the year, saving, investing, how much money you're making. So when it comes time to do your taxes, it's not a surprise.
Yes, and I would also backdoor with that, saying keeping up with receipts, making sure that you're organized, because legally we can do what is called business reconstruction, but it does come with a higher price. So, it takes a lot more work for us to have to do that. And a lot of people don't understand that the price is not going to be the same to file your business when you don't have receipts. And we have to reconstruct all of that from the ground up for you. So staying organized, maybe making a consultation appointment once a quarter with your tax preparer, that would definitely streamline, keep it organized, and in the end, cost less.
All right, I'm going to let Yashika throw a question out there here in just a little bit. But first, we have Deborah Goodson. She says, what is the new tax rule for 65 and older?
I can. So the new tax rule is that you get an additional $6,000. So so it depends on when you turn 65. It depends on, and one important thing you need to remember, you have to file a Schedule 1A. You have to file that schedule in order to get that deduction. So if you're 65 and older, if you're 65 and older, you already know that you already got a standard deduction in which you get an additional deduction because you're 65 and older. But this year you get an additional $6,000. So they call it like 3 tiers. So you get 3 deductions. So you just want to remember that. And it also phases out too. So you have to look at your income, and it's for each person. It's not just for if you're married. So if you're married, it's for each person that's 65 and older. So if the husband and the spouse is 65 and older, you both get $6,000. So you get $12,000.
Hey, man.
12,000 in it. It's going to run through 2028.
So you both get 6,500. 6,500 plus 6,500. That's 12,000.
That is not what we said
At all.
at all. Do not confuse the people because this is confusing.
I'm sorry.
Is that in general for anybody with tax, or is that state specific?
That is it.
Yeah. And it's if you do standard deduction or itemize. So it's not if you just do standard deduction. So if you itemize, you still get that deduction.
Okay. Any questions, panel?
Yeah, I got so if I'm lying on my taxes, what number should I try to stay under so I can stay off the radar?
Don't come to me if you lie.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me re-ask that. If I'm lying on my taxes.
Oh, you think you use air quotes? That makes it better? Go ahead.
I'm going to say this as a serious statement, but I understand tied into your joke. If you're lying on your taxes, don't claim how to household and you're bringing in $15,000 for the year.
Also, if you have a business, please realize that your business is not the only business here in the United States. They're going to take your business and compare it to other businesses. So if you have a lot of cash transactions and other businesses like you don't have those cash transactions, that's a red flag. If you have a lot of expenses that other businesses like you do not have, that's a red flag. So they compare business to business. So you're not like getting over. So,
And something new, we are being channeled. Our industry is being streamlined through AI now. So they have a lot more, it's tighter now.
I told y'all AI was the devil. Now look, people can't even assume on their taxes.
But is that secure using AI for taxes now with people's sensitive information and putting it through a system? Has that been thought about? Y'all might not.
What I find ironic is during the tax forum, it was specifically stated that we are not to use any additional assistance, including VAs. We're not supposed to use those, but they are allowing their entity to use AI.
Yeah, but you have to be very careful with AI. A lot of people ask me questions after they've gone to AI. A lot of people don't know how to prompt AI correctly to get the right answers to the questions. And some of the stuff that they're getting is not factual information because the IRS still hasn't released some stuff on some of these changes. So they're getting opinions from other articles and other websites. So it could be wrong. So you have to be careful with AI.
Go to the comments. Ace, you're going to be deported. It says,
I know. That's why I try to get the quotes. Okay.
Hey, look, I got another question that's out there. So speaking of AI and all these different things, how should someone decide whether or not to file their own taxes or hire a professional?
I can speak to that. So when you file your own taxes, you do risk not getting all of your credits. When you are using sites such as Free Tax USA, TurboTax, there are credits applicable to you in a lot of instances that you cannot use if you are not a professional or using a certain software. Everything is not applicable on those sites. So, hey, if you don't mind missing money, do it yourself.
Wow.
To that point, though, I think, and I can speak for myself because me and my sister have actually debated about using tax services for doing yourself. What's the proper way to weigh to what you said, using professional, not like if you miss money, but for someone that maybe doesn't have businesses or a lot going on, how much are they missing compared to how much I have to pay this real person to even do my taxes versus doing it by myself?
You know what we find all the time? People don't even know what they're applicable for. They'll say, well, I have a W-2. And then I'll ask them, not being judgmental, but did you survive the year off of just this, And you can look at certain situations depending on how many kids or whatever. And they'll say, well, I sold plates in the summer. I know I can't count that. And I'm like, did you bring in over $400? And they're like, yeah. So in order to sell those plates, you had to buy food, you had to buy whatever it takes to run your business. But a lot of people don't even realize that they have a business. I had a young lady just a couple of weeks ago. She's like, well, I wrote resumes on the side. Can I claim that? How much did you make? She made about $7,000 doing it. And I said, that took your internet, that took your software, that took things that you use every day. And she's like, I can claim that. Yes, you can. So I say, go with the professionals. At best, spend $35, spend $50, whatever, on a consultation just to see.
It's funny. I had this conversation with someone. It may have been you guys or my mom or somebody. But it's 3 things I hate. I hate going to the doctor. I hate going to get my car worked on. And I hate dealing with taxes. But it sounds like what you're saying that is actually a benefit from doing taxes. If you make too much money and you didn't pay anything throughout the year, then yes, you're going to have to pay some in. And, IRS and all that stuff sounds very scary. But there's a true benefit of doing taxes if you actually was truly hustling, not Ace style hustle, but a real hustle out there.
You trying to get me deported? He just said.
And to add to this, I had a client who invested in a business and did not know that he could carry it because he only used it throughout the summer. He bought a big grill. He went through a divorce. He bought a grill. He invested in just doing, side work for different churches and stuff. His dad is a pastor. And by the time we put all of that on his return, he had all of his receipts. He had everything lined up, but he just didn't know that he could use that. He ended up he owed money in, and it turned him into the positive. He bought so much stuff that he didn't get to use because of his divorce. And that was for business. You can carry that. If you take a loss, you probably aren't looking at it at the end of the year as taking a loss. It's, hey, that stuff over there that I bought, I didn't use it. Put it on your tax return.
So there's different documents that you have to file. When we come back, I'm going to ask the ladies, what documents should they use if they're filing their income tax, from if they own their own business, W-2s, et cetera, et cetera. We'll see y'all in about 2 minutes.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Try not to laugh.
One of my favorites. Helen, can I tell you a quick story?
Okay, Ace. Tell me now. What did the triangle say to the circle?
What did he say?
You're pointless.
Okay, the story I was going to tell you. So check this out. Am I going to win by default?
What is Forrest Gump's computer password?
What?
1, Forrest, 1.
What you call a buck that doesn't have antlers?
Antlers?
A transgender deer.
What did one toilet say to the other toilet?
What?
You look flushed.
I see what you did there.
Congrats, I'm giving you a raise. Your new salary will be $55,000 a year. I don't know, I might have to say no. Why would you turn down a raise? Well, I'm making $47,000 right now. That puts me in the 12% tax bracket. And if I go over $48,476, I'll be in the 22% bracket and I'll lose money. That's not how tax brackets work. What do you mean? We have a progressive tax system. Only the dollars above $48,476 are taxed at 22%. Everything below that is still taxed at 12%. So I don't get taxed 22% on all my income? Exactly. A raise always means more take-home pay.
Did not know that.
That's pretty good.
Did not know that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rebranders Podcast. Money shouldn't be too taxing. Before we left on the break, the question that I threw out there was, what documents should every taxpayer have ready before filing? I'm assuming there's a number of documents that you must have ready. Can y'all speak to that for a moment?
If we're talking a standard return, we want to see your W-2s. We need to see socials. In certain cases, if you have children, have a copy of those birth certificates. We'll need anything that you want to claim. You'll either, when it comes to business, you'll either need those receipts or you need to be ready to pay to have those business expenses reconstructed. I want to see a lease. If you're claiming head of household or utility bill. Andrea, can you add anything else?
If you're independent contractor, you need your 1099s. Also, please have your previous year tax return. That is very good for us because then we know what happened last year and what you might be missing this year. Some other forms are if you have a mortgage, we want to see that. We want to see any business, if you have a business receipts, all your income, your expenses, what else? Anything, if you have like Schedule D. So if you have dividends, if you have interest, we want to see all that. If you have stocks, if you did crypto, please have all your information, especially if you're buying crypto, you should know what your basis is, what all that information, we need it all. It's crypto. A lot of people don't have all their information. So you want to make sure you prepare your taxes before April 15th if you have crypto. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the comments. Schulte 100. He says, hi, everyone. Been a minute. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What's going on?
New Year.
He also says, what did the brick say to the other brick? Ace, read the rest.
Hey, dude, pretty soon we're going to get laid. Hey, man. They went to Hawaii, folks. The bricks went to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's actually pretty good.
I know it is.
I have one more. We got a game coming up in just a minute, y'all. I have one more question I'm going to throw out there before the game begins. Does anybody else have a question? Yashika, Helen, Ace?
I do, but it can wait after.
Can I say something real quick? So that's one of the questions about should you prepare your taxes. Also, the IRS offers a free service where they have hired volunteers to actually do your taxes for free. But it depends on what your income is. So there are programs out there to actually help you if you're in a certain income bracket to do your taxes for free. I need that.
Can you just go down to the local library and they'll do it for you also?
If the IRS has a volunteer service there, but no. Mm-mm.
Hypothetically speaking, Courtney, I think you live closest to me between the two of you. Let's just say I needed my taxes done. I mean, could you give me one?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh.
We'll be right back.
Hold your horses.
All right, y'all. How do life changes affect someone's tax situation?
That's a good one.
So if you get married, of course, that's going to change your taxes. If you get divorced, that's going to change your taxes. If you have a child, that's going to change your taxes because your deductions and your credits are going to change. On marriage in Texas, I love to tell people this because they don't realize this. A lot of people that live together with their girlfriend and boyfriend. Some people love to get together and file married filing jointly. If you file married filing jointly and you decide to separate, you actually have to get a literal divorce if you stay in a common law state. So just be careful when you start doing taxes and file married filing jointly and you're not officially married.
They're going to use that information. You know what, baby? Let's file married joint. It's just taxes.
Why did you do it with the woman's voice?
Because the dude ain't trying to get, if a dude gonna be having his voice, it's gonna be he gonna be done did it, So
I have a question, and it's kind of along the lines of the post that Goodson or the video Goodson just posted. When someone does get a promotion or they do get a pay increase and they do go to that new tax bracket, how do they prepare to even pay on that difference in income? Because even $100 might be too much for someone that isn't expecting it and is maybe ignorant to the fact that they're in a new tax bracket.
I would suggest a consultation. Everybody knows someone who does taxes or that can put you with somebody who does taxes. I would definitely consult about that. So that way at the end of the year, there are no surprises. I'm available. So I would love to walk you through that if you need anything or anybody you know.
Absolutely. And we'll give that phone number out here in just a little bit. Hey, look, some fun facts trivia. The first income tax in the United States was introduced in 1861 to help fund the Civil War. April 15th became tax day because that's when farmers finally had time to finish their books after harvest season. In ancient Egypt, tax collectors were called scribes, and people literally hid their belongings to avoid taxes. Let me ask y'all a question as we get ready to play this game. This is not one of the games. So Peter came to Jesus in the Bible and said, hey, hey, Jesus, the tax people are saying that we need to pay our taxes, my taxes. He said, what do? I don't have any money. I work for you. You ain't paying that good. Does anybody know what Jesus told him to go do?
Pay Caesar? Go ahead.
He said, go fishing. The first fish that you find, the tax money will be in the fish's mouth. And not only will you have enough to pay yours, you too will also have enough to pay mine. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah. All right. And that was
late this whole time.
Yeah. Hey, you've been getting it the wrong way. All right, y'all, we'll take a quick break and then we're gonna come back and we are going to play a fun trivia game. Wrong one. I'm sorry. Go fishing, Deborah Goodson said. I played the wrong one. That's all right. Deborah Goodson, what book is that in? That's a good story, actually. All right, y'all, here we go. We're going to play a quick game, and this game has absolutely nothing to do with taxes. I changed the game up on y'all for the two guests. They thought they knew what it is. We actually came up with this last night. So this is for the audience, too. It's true or false. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just read out different laws all throughout the United States. You tell me if these laws are true or false. Now, some of them may be tweaked, like the number might be 2 as opposed to 3, etc., etc. But are y'all ready?
Ready.
Let's do it.
Audience, are you ready? Put ready in the comments. Here we go. Alabama. It's illegal to carry an ice cream cone in your front pocket at any time in Alabama. True or false?
Who out here doing this?
Well, this is a good one. Let me.
Is that ice cream in your front pocket, or are you happy to see me?
I think we answering it just out.
Go ahead, just go.
Yeah.
False.
True.
It's actually, and the audience is coming in saying true. K Hamp says he's ready. Thank you, K Hamp. It's actually false. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. It's illegal to carry ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. It's still stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. All right, let's go to the state of Texas. I know everybody is waiting to see what their state. K Hamp, I'll do Georgia next. It's illegal to milk another person's cow in the state of Texas. True or false?
True.
He said cow, not spouses.
And the answer to that is true. Corey Rouse says true. Helen, Matthew 17:24 is right there. True. All right, I'm gonna go to the guests next. Let's see. Are y'all ready? The next one is South Dakota. You can fall asleep in a cheese factory if you want to. True or false? You're in a cheese factory, you can just fall asleep if you want to.
What state is it?
In the state of South Dakota.
True.
No, you can't be falling asleep in the cheese factory.
True.
Maybe the cotton gin or something, but not the cheese factory.
They need that.
Andrea, Courtney?
False.
It is false. You cannot fall asleep in a cheese factory. I don't know. True or false? Birds have the right of way on highways in Utah.
I'm mad.
Yeah, that might be true.
True. Yeah.
There go true.
False. Ain't no way.
True.
Like, so well, you see them pigeons?
False says everybody. They're coming in true, false. But the answer is true. Birds actually have the right of way. So you have to stop. If a bird, I don't know why a bird will be crossing your path. I don't know how that works. All right, let's go to Wyoming real quick. it's illegal to take a picture of a cow from January to April without a permit. True or false? In Wyoming.
False.
True. I'm gonna go with true.
I don't know what's the need to take the picture. They driving by like, I can't wait till May. I'm gonna snap.
I'm confused. I'm very confused.
I'm confused too. Well, in Wyoming, it is false, by the way. It is illegal to take a picture of a rabbit from January to April.
Where do you get these questions from?
Not the
I don't know where I get them.
Hey, I said like I said it. The scary part is you gotta think some event started this law, so you gotta wonder what the hell happened.
Or somebody.
What do y'all think? Is it legal to serve margarine in restaurants in Wisconsin?
No, they like butter.
They can't. No, I don't know. They can't believe it's not butter.
No, butter.
Come on, think about it now.
It's illegal.
Think about it. Wisconsin, the
It's
cheese
illegal.
state.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal.
You cannot serve margarine instead of butter in restaurants in Wisconsin. That is absolutely
I wish you
illegal.
would use that false, and this whole state is made out. Our national day.
What's up, Rhonda?
What's up,
Carlos, I relocated from New York where we get state refund. Is Texas a state refund? Okay, we'll come back to that question in just a little bit.
No,
all right. I think I have one more. Let's go. What state do y'all want me to do? I have them all.
Georgia. You supposed to do
Georgia. Oh yeah, my bad, K-Ham. All right, in Georgia, here we go. I'll just read it. It's illegal to live on a boat for more than 30 days in one place in Georgia. True or false?
True.
True.
Squatting.
Absolutely, that's 100% true. I don't know why that's.
So you just got to move your boat to the other side of the dock. You just can't.
Somebody has frozen on the lake. All right, y'all. We'll come back in about 2 minutes. We got one question from Carla that we're going to throw out there, and we have a lot more questions to ask. Hey, get your pen and paper ready. We're going to give out their phone number first thing we come back. See y'all in about 2 minutes.
You wake up in a house you're taxed to own. You buy a morning coffee and you're taxed. You drive to work in a car that's taxed. On roads that are taxed. Fueled by gas that's taxed. You arrive to work in a company that's taxed. In offices that are taxed. To receive a paycheck that is taxed. Then you spend your money, tax. You invest it, tax. You start making more money, more tax. Oh, and when you die, they'll tax you one last time. The game is rigged. Learn the rules or pay the price.
This morning.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we went to the break, Carla Harris says, I relocated from New York where we get the state refund. Is Texas a state refund? Hope mine was asked the right way. She has questions about that. Ladies?
No, we do not do state refunds in Texas.
Callie does.
Callie does the state refund. And she also says, I meant to say, hope my question was asked the right way. Gotcha. Rhonda, who knows everything, by the way, says no. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did she work in New York half the year? Like, was she in Texas all the year? So that depends too. So if you work in another state that has state taxes, then you might have to pay state taxes, but it depends. It really depends. So you could have been in New York half the year, work there, move Texas. Texas is not going to tax you, but you might get taxed on New York. But it depends on a lot of things. So you need to get with someone to actually give you tax advice on that.
That's a issue that I think professional athletes have to deal with on a regular, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Schulte said the birds must be a migratory issue. Maybe they get tired and have to walk part of the way. I know they do some walking. That's pretty good. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's get back into the questions. Money shouldn't be too taxing. What are the biggest mistakes individuals or small businesses make during tax season?
Did we already have this question? Or
you did?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you don't want to answer that again. Then let me go ahead
No, just plan. Get tax.
Well, she bullied me. All right, so the next question we have here is how did we ask this one? I mean, how should someone decide whether to file their own taxes or how we did ask that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know why they're coming up like that.
I got one.
Okay.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Let me see. What should people know about retirement contributions and taxes?
So that is really, you need to get with a tax return preparer for that. So there's different IRAs. There's a traditional and a Roth IRA. So with that, one is in certain instances is tax-free. Some of it is not tax-free. So that is something that you need to get with. You can get with a financial advisor. They can give you information about that. Also, a tax return preparer can. But it's a lot of details, and I don't want to confuse anyone with that.
So that's more of a case by case when it comes to the retirement contribution.
Yeah, because there's new things called backdoor IRAs where you can change your IRAs and all that. So a lot of people don't know that. So it's better to get consulting on that so you can truly understand what you should do, because it also depends on what tax bracket you are in and what your plan is to do in the future. So there's a lot of elements that go into that. So it's not a simple answer.
Okay, so what are some of the tax implications of choosing an LLC versus S corp versus sole proprietorship? Struggle through that. Sound like Donald Trump when I said it.
Make your time.
So when you're a sole proprietor, you're not protected as much as a LLC or S corp. So with a sole proprietor, you might end up paying more taxes. With the LLC, you're more protected. With the S corp, you can get more deduction, but it depends on how you structure it. So when you do an S corp, you want to make sure that you create it correctly. It is the best thing to do is to get with someone who knows how to do that to actually do it. Because if you do it wrong, you may not get all the deductions that you are allowed to get.
So before I ask the next question, you two both live in the state of Texas. Can you do taxes outside of the state of Texas? Either one of you?
I can, other than Oregon. So Oregon has a different law. I'm an enrolled agent, so I was licensed by the IRS. I do not work for the IRS. I can represent you in front of the IRS. So Oregon has passed new laws. So in order for me to do taxes in Oregon, I have to take a certain Oregon test. So the only state that I cannot currently do it in is Oregon.
In Oregon, feeling special.
And the same rules would apply to me because I have been through the AFSP program and I can represent you in front of the IRS as well. Same rules apply to me.
Wow.
Everywhere but Oregon? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? Courtney, I think you whenever I think about you, you like, I'm no holds barred. Don't come at me with none of this mess if you don't have your stuff together. So my next question for you is, what red flags trigger audits for small businesses?
That's a good question.
Definitely trying to claim losses every single year. Never showing that you're making a profit. Some people have, and I'll just throw it, you said red flags. Hey, some people with small businesses know that they are the first who can file. Andre, you know what I'm about to say. The first that can file, so they be trying to carry different dependents every year because these are some of the things that we actually see every single year. So keep the same dependents. Make sure that your ducks are in a row and that you're actually making money on some of those years, and stop saying that you didn't make anything. And start to be progressive in your business. We have some people that they know that legally you can file without technically having an LLC or even an EIN. Andrea knows. So they will come every year and you never see any progress. It's like, okay, well, this is your 5th year filing that you have a business. Why haven't we established an LLC? And many of us, I'm not sure if this is a service that you offer, but I set up LLCs, S corps. So I will tell them, hey, either we're going to get you set up and get you structured, or I'm not going to continue this agreement with you. So.
So do you do that the first year, or do you do that after like year number 3 or 4?
I would say by year 3, because sometimes when people are self-employed and they have small businesses, they're just starting out and they don't have a need. But as you continue to want to carry this business, we should see some growth.
Yeah.
Dr. Cobb says S Corp is more protections. All right. I appreciate you coming, Dr. Cobb. I need to really go see him. All right. And by the way, we're going to do a new commercial with Dr. Cobb. Dr. Cobb is the best chiropractor in the state of Texas. Pains all through my arm for 6 months. Saw Dr. Cobb for 2, pains gone. True story. We'll talk more about that later. All right. I'm going to throw another one out there for one of you. How can a freelancer or gig worker stay organized? Speaking of LLCs, et cetera, et cetera.
I would say I see gig workers a lot more now, Lyft drivers, Uber drivers, DoorDashers, Spark drivers, making sure that they keep up. So that's a lot of wear and tear. A lot of the gig workers are using a lot of their own things, their vehicles. Now, when I say a lot, there are some loopholes there because a lot of these gig jobs have caught on to they can also rent out vehicles and things of that sort. But if you're using your own, keep up with your car maintenance, keep up with your gas, even your meals. Come prepared and maximize your refund.
Andrew?
Just keep your receipts. You need to know your income and expenses. If you're Uber and Lyft, they give you documentation of all that information. How much you're making for tips, how much income you're making. They give you a whole breakdown of how much you have made and what it's to, if it's for services or anything like that. And like Courtney was saying, I think Lyft, I'm not for sure if Uber does it, allows you to rent cars from them. So all of that is documented. All of that stuff, please understand, they send that to the IRS. So they already know this information. So if you do not file it, they know. So you'll get a nice little love note called an IRS letter, letting you know that you didn't file that information on your taxes. So yeah.
Is that a new term? Gig thing? Whatever it said.
I think since Uber and Lyft and stuff started, and with DoorDash, yeah, the gig work. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dr. Cobb said. Absolutely. No, thank you. All right. The next question that I have for you ladies, and then we're going to take another quick break, is if someone receives a letter from the IRS, what should they do first?
Panic.
No, don't tell them that. Stop. Don't tell them that. Please don't panic. First of all, open the letter. Please open the letter. Like, don't just throw it to the side. Open the letter and look at, like, one thing you really want to look at is the date they need a response from, and read the letter. Sometimes they just need a document from you and for you to send a document or whatever. But if it's anything that you don't understand, you need to call one of us and to see what exactly you need to do next or whatever. But please open it and look at the date, because that's crucial, and read it, because it might be something simple or whatever.
That's scary, man. You get the
remember, sometimes the IRS can make mistakes. I mean, none of us are perfect. Nothing is foolproof. So when you get one, don't necessarily panic. I have helped people iron out a lot of situations that initially it started where they owed something, but then when we worked through it, they owed nothing. And that's a whole nother segment called tax advisory. So,
yeah. And be sure, like, if you do like the Obamacare and stuff like that, that you get your 1095 A form. If you file your taxes without that, you're going to get a letter. You are not going to be able to file your taxes. If you have an IP PIN, and you file your taxes without the IP PIN, it will get rejected. You will get an IRS letter. So those are two main things. Also, head of household. Do not file head of household if you are not head of household. If there's any confusion, you need to get with a tax preparer so they can actually walk you through that.
All right, we got a question from the audience. Dr. Cobb, he said, I have a question. I was told by an IRS auditor for 25 years that filing extensions reduces your chances of audit. Any thoughts on that?
I would have to say that is false. It may, and I don't want to say make that so broad. Maybe, some years ago, possibly, because she did or he did work for them for a long time, but now, false.
Yeah. We have to all realize we are in a different government right now. The people that were at the IRS for a long time, a lot of them are gone. So you have newer people there. Some people that are going by the book because they're newer. So we are in 2026, when you do your taxes, we are all about to experience what is about to happen this tax season, if it will be different, the same, or whatever.
We're going to take another quick break real quick. And before we do, Schultzy 100 says, Oregon is a beautiful state. Traveled it. Cost a couple times. Washington, dunes, lakes, the ocean, wind, rain. That place is awesome. Y'all need to learn how to do taxes out there.
They ain't going to let you do no taxes there. Look out, Jay. What's up, Nuke?
What's up, Jay? Hey, look out. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
So proud of this Gulf of America.
I love Tesla making mice transgender condoms for Hamas.
The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He's a fictional character. He's actually not. I said, well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Don't take Tylenol. Don't take it.
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files.
There's my friend, Blacks for Trump. I like that guy. Thank you very much. Thank all of the fellas. They don't know what the they're doing. We'll be dropping drug prices by 1,200, 1,300, and even 1,400%, and 500.
There are two N words, and you can't use either of them.
Sir, why are you on the roof?
What does that mean?
At McDonald's, there's always something to have. I like the fish. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax. Bill Clinton was on his plane and went to the island supposedly 28 times. I don't want to bring that up.
Quiet, Biggie.
Do you think the center will eventually be named the Trump Kennedy
I
Center?
don't know. I hear that, but I don't know. That's not up to me. That's up to the board. I can't think of anybody in history that should get the Nobel Prize more than me.
He's like, quiet, piggy. Yeah, it's wrong, but it's funny.
It's been 1 year, ladies and gentlemen. I want to show the highlights of 2000 in the last 12 months. All right, Deborah Goodson says, why do some people pay on Social Security and some do not?
So that's a complicated, not simple question. So it depends on your income. So it depends on how much income you're making. With the tax law, there's a lot of phase out. They determine things by your income, and from that, then it's determined if you're going to get taxed or not on it. So with that, it's mostly if you have additional income. If you're paying tax, it's because you're making too much income outside of Social Security.
Okay. Oh, Courtney?
That's what I would have said.
That is the answer. That is it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I asked this. I'll go ahead and throw it out there just in case I haven't. What's one thing you wish every taxpayer understood before filing? I think I asked that. Another comment came in. Schultzy 100 says, I really need to visit. He really on it.
He want to talk about Oregon.
Oregon, I've actually been to Oregon. Oregon is a beautiful place. And that's one of the reasons why the tax law is complicated. So it has a lot of local taxes and just different programs. So because of that, they want to make sure that you understand the different laws that they pass as a state. It's kind of like California, where California has a lot of local taxes and just different laws that they pass. It's just, I think Oregon has more than California does. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, as we get ready to wrap up the show, I want to definitely make sure that everybody get a chance to say give their information, state their piece, give their phone number, and all those things. We'll definitely have it on our page as well, so people can contact both of you. But Courtney, please give them your phone number or your information.
Yes, you can reach me at 903-243-1281. Can't wait to hear from you.
Andrea.
Okay, so I don't give out my phone number because I know sometimes crazy people be calling. So you can contact me at fairmarketconsultants@gmail.com, and consultants with an S. And then I'll give you my telephone number and also my personal email address.
All right. Well, hey, look, before we end the show and go to our next great piece, couple things. Courtney, don't hang up just yet. Whenever we get off the show, stick around for a minute. We love to talk to you. But listen, beard taxes existed in Russia under the Peter the Great. If you had a beard, you paid extra. Is that not something?
That's not so many men don't be wearing their beards. They got trauma.
The average American spends more time on taxes than vacation planning each year, planning that.
Wow.
But if y'all call Courtney, if y'all call Andrea, you might spend a little bit less time doing that.
That's
All
right.
right. Kentucky, you must bathe at least once a year in Kentucky. Louisiana, it's illegal to send someone a surprise pizza. You will go to
Don't do
jail.
that.
Maine, you can't keep Christmas decorations up after January the 14th. And finally, in Michigan, which is Yashika state, a woman can't cut her hair without her husband's permission. Let's go to Florida real quick, which is Helen state. I think I told y'all this last night. It's illegal. Do you remember what it is, Helen?
Mm.
It's illegal to sing in a swimsuit in the state of Florida.
That's right.
Y'all should be in jail.
Ain't no performances going on at them strip clubs.
Go to Duval Day.
Hey, the strip club, sing for me, baby.
All right, y'all, here we go.
Hey, yo, we got on the show next week.
I appreciate you for asking that.
These my boys right there.
Well, this has been very informative. It has really. You may have noticed that I was quiet most of the time.
Whole time, I noticed.
Yeah, because I was taking in the information. Plus, I want people to get the information. It's very important information to get, and I know when to be quiet. But right now it's my turn, right? AOAs.
Hey, what's up, Yashika?
Who we got on the show next week?
Before I tell you we got on the show next week, I just want y'all to know that I'll probably be calling one of you guys this year for taxes. I've been going through my friend Wesley Snipes, and I've been wondering why I've been getting all these letters. But anyway, next week we're gonna actually be talking about, we're getting ready to start up the Rebrand Us book club. We just finished last week. We just finished the autobiography of Ike Turner, and I'm beat.
Well,
that's what we're doing next week.
Well,
hey, we're gonna let our guests tell us what they give. From 1 to 10, ladies, what do you give that? A 1 or a 10, or in between?
I think they're the same boat with me this time.
Oh Lord,
Who said 2?
Okay.
Come on, girl.
Courtney?
I'm sorry. Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that? Listen.
She's not gonna give you a high one.
Well, Andrea, you know what? That's why Oregon don't want you doing taxes in they state, Andrea.
It's okay. That is fine. There's
Deborah
many
Goodson
other
gave you a
states.
10. Tony Goodson gave you a 10. Carla Harris gave you a 10.
Really?
The 10.
That's
I
what
get it.
I'm gonna give it 8 just because it was about DZ.
An 8?
Hey, you know what?
Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? That's because humor is in the eye of the beholder. It's just like in the state of Mississippi, you can't tell a joke before 10 a.m. if it don't involve a midget.
What?
Corey, I'll give you a 9. All right,
Corey,
ladies and
girl,
gentlemen.
tell me what was the joke. I ain't get it.
Do I have to explain? Do I have to go through it?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
The autobiography
Don't
of
go
Ike
changing.
Turner.
Don't worry about it. I don't need it. Don't go changing trying to please little old me. I don't need it. Don't worry about it.
I just don't want you missing out.
I'm okay. You know, at the end of the day, I'm fine.
You know, I'm gonna get you that. Don't worry. We're gonna get some jokes and grits.
Any last words, ladies?
Very informative. Thank you so much for being
very
on.
Oh yes, definitely.
Very good.
Scared me a couple of times. I learned some stuff. You scared me a couple of times too.
Scared you with what? What scared you?
I can't say it on. I had to wait till we got off the live.
Oh.
Y'all stumped on my toe 2 or 3 times.
Says the person that was putting up air quotes trying to break the law.
I know.
That's why I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with that. It's
Who scared
recorded.
who, right?
Nothing.
Because I noticed when he
This is
said that,
just
both
for
of y'all was smiling, but you were quiet.
Not
Yeah.
advising, entertainment. No, but one last thing I want to say for people with businesses, be very careful. You should go into business. Your intent should be to make money. When you have losses every year, that's a red flag. Then it might kick you into becoming a hobby instead of a business. Also, if you have losses every year, there's no way you can get a loan from a bank. So I understand you think losses are good, but if you need a loan, a bank is not going to give you a loan if you have that many losses each year.
Courtney, any last words?
And it will, and to backdoor off of that, it will keep you from purchasing a home.
Oh wow.
Taking losses will keep you from being approved for home loans.
Interesting.
Well, thank you, ladies, for that information. Look, next week, everyone, we have a great show. We're doing Black History Month. We're going to start on the 28th of January, and we're going to do it for 5 weeks because, they give us the shortest month. So if we start a week early, we can extend it out a little bit. We got a great show. We got Shelly. She's going to be on. We're trying to get a couple other people. Andrea, you might be on as well. So it's going to be a great one. Also, y'all, we have a show on the 4th. I think we're doing mental health, but on the 11th, we're talking about drugs like fentanyl and how they're affecting all the community. You definitely want to stay there. We have some experts coming on. You don't want to miss it. But again, thank you, ladies, for being on the show, and we'll see y'all next week.